Hello there and welcome back to the channel where today we have the big one, the best Tycoon releases of 2020, a roundup of this disastrous year that we have had, and basically the best games that have released in it. Anything from early access releases to full game releases are on this list, so sit back, stay tuned, and find out what game you're going to play next. At Agency Tycoon, which was released on the 27th of July this year, is a highly intriguing Tycoon game. As the name suggests, you will be placed as the manager of an upstarting ad agency beginning in the 60s. You'll be able to create advertisements in a series of styles, genres, themes, and more during the golden age of advertisements. As you expand your business, you can use your history of advertising to learn from mistakes and create even more successful propaganda campaigns. All the while, you build up a multi-employee business, creating a living for yourself and others from this advertising boom. All in all, advertising is a newer idea in the Tycoon space, and I can see exactly how it's got some good reviews, because it is a very intriguing little prospect. Space Station Manager was released onto Steam to positive reviews. The Space Station Manager allows you to design and build your own space station, utilizing various parts and objects to create an efficient and functional system for space usage, whatever you do in space, spacey stuff. You can plan the layout before you even build it, creating not only a builder's plan, but a business plan at the same time, ensuring that buildings you commission, such as hotels or industrial complexes, will essentially do what they're meant to do and are where they're meant to be. The game will also allow you to research new technologies to advance your station and cultivate crops in space, being one of the main items you can do with that research technology. You'll be able to, after this, supply residents with the essential elements to survive outside of Earth on your own space station with, no need for them to leave anymore. You can just let them live on your space station. They'll forget what Earth looks like, and, it seems more like a hostage situation. Anyway, it's fine. Space Station Manager was released to positive reviews, and I recommend you check it out. Skyhaven, the airport management game, recently surpassed its Kickstarter goals and was released on Steam. This funding allowed the game to be released, of course, and without it, it would not have been released on, well, at least not this year, maybe in the future, possibly. Skyhaven is a realistic airport management sandbox which focuses on building and developing your airport from the very beginning of the aviation era to present time. With high-quality graphics, an ever-expanding research tree, and enhanced management features, Skyhaven is the perfect game for any die-hard aviation or Tycoon game fan. It's kind of the perfect mix of Airport CEO and SimAirport, in my opinion. For more news on the game and more, information, you can check out the links in the description for a Steam page link. Rising Star 2 was recently released on Steam to very positive reviews. Many complained about a lack of depth and a bizarre UI, while many complimented the game's core simulation and management gameplay mechanics and how enjoyable they seemed to be. For those unaware, in Rising Star 2, you'll start off as a rookie musician where you'll have to create your own band or join another. From here, you'll write songs, craft set lists, and get familiar with your local clubbing scene. Your goal will always be to grow your fame and popularity and garner yourself managers, producers, and record deals alongside product endorsements and much, much more. You'll be able to customize your band with clothing, hairstyles, new equipment, and even cool vans to travel around the country. As you get more fame, you can go on tour around the world, making millions and spending it on luxury homes. Drugs as well, if the movies are anything to go by, I guess. SimAirport is, as it says in the name, an airport simulation game at heart, allowing you to build, manage, and optimize an ever-expanding airport with the click of a mouse. SimAirport integrates extensive building tools and mechanics with a vast selection of items and objects for you to make use of. These objects that can be used to build baggage control systems, fuel supply systems, check-in areas, security areas, and many, many more technological systems. These building tools come alongside an extensive management set of controls that are included in the game, which allow you to manage flight times, manage when and where planes will be, manage fuel deliveries, and such like. Having recently released out of an extensive early access period, SimAirport boasts mostly positive ratings on Steam and a very, very full game, if that makes sense. You know, there's an awful lot in that game for you to get out of it, really. These games that have been in early access for a long period of time are normally pretty good. They come out with all these amazing features and are pretty damn polished. After the popular release of Transport Fever, a second iteration was destined to be released with Transport Fever 2. Transport Fever 2 allows you to provide the world with a quick and easy transportation system of goods and people. You can create custom-made transportation systems making use of rail networks, buses, vans, trucks, airplanes, and more to create a wide and branching interlocking network of all these transportation systems, really, which will stretch around the game map. You can play in free play, or you can choose to play a campaign mode, playing the game the way you like to get the most out of the game, basically. It's pretty open and customizable to whatever you want to do. Transport Fever sits at overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam at a price of £32. Production Line is a car factory management simulation game which allows you to put to and apply your organizational and entrepreneurial skills towards building the ultimate optimized car production line for optimum efficiency and for optimum profit. Production Line features a wide selection of producible vehicles and vehicle parts, with a rather large research tree available within the game. Alongside this, an expansive set of upgradable production buildings and items allowing you to build a highly detailed, segmented car production line. From there, you can begin to research not only your production of vehicles, but into the individual parts that make them, researching new machines and new production lines which will see you construct every small part of your car. From this, of course, you'll be able to lower the cost as you won't have to buy in more materials. Overall, the game focuses on increasing efficiency and increasing your profits to build the most efficient production line around. Rescue HQ Tycoon is a recently released emergency services management game. Rescue HQ places you as the owner of a multi-emergency service headquarters, starting firstly with a small fire service before expanding into police, medical care, and even Coast Guard with a recent DLC pack. The game will send you on HQ missions which require completion within short time constraints in order to make money and level up your HQ. With the money you receive from these missions, you'll be able to expand the services offered by your multi-service HQ, with a multitude of equipment available to be unlocked and purchased through the game's inbuilt systems. Altogether, Rescue HQ Tycoon is a very well-made game filled with an incredible amount of content for you to play through. Automation Empire is a simulation management game with a dedicated focus on building a massive automated industrial production network. Think Factorio or maybe even Satisfactory. As you build out your production and transportation facilities, you'll need to continually look for efficiencies to lower costs and increase output. This can be done through the design of more complex systems or through the researching of new technologies, giving you access to further advanced machinery and tools. The game gives you a series of objects and tools such as minecarts, drones, trucks, trains, heck, even cargo rockets are present in the game. All in all, Automation Empire is the perfect 3D production management game to while away hundreds of enjoyable hours within. Next, we have a game which may look interesting to those of you that have played Game Dev Tycoon or any of these esports simulation games we have around. So here we have Pro Player Life, which allows you to go from a lowly casual, to quote the game, to a world-renowned esports legend. In Pro Player Life, you can make use of the custom character creator. From here, you can customize your clothing, your appearance and all, and then focus on training hard as you raise your skill level and get your name out there into the esports environment. As you move forward, you'll have to invest wisely in your hardware and in your future. Pro Player Life released on the 23rd of October to mostly positive reviews on Steam. Reviewers criticized its boring, slow and repetitive gameplay loop, while others complimented its potential and solid structure. It definitely wasn't a buggy game at the very least. Pro Player Life can be found for £7 here on the UK Steam store page. Startup Company is a deep and easy to understand software development game. Startup Company allows you to build up your software development empire from a pipe dream to a giant multi-employee machine. Startup Company is a game based around modules. Modules are developed by your employees and can be used to fulfill contracts or to further develop your chosen product or service. As you make more money, you will eventually begin construction of your own internet service. And naturally, this requires infrastructure to run and more advanced features to keep users coming back. As you continue with this cycle, Startup Company becomes more than just a software development game, giving you many tasks to manage and control, not only employees and your company, but a fully functional online service. With an unfathomable amount of gameplay to it, Startup Company is the game to play for any tech or business management fan. It can be found on Steam as well right now. It moved from early access to full release this year. This year we saw the release of a game called Smart City Plan. The game released into full release on Steam, where it has received a series of mixed reviews, with many praising the game's simple and pretty good core gameplay. However, many disliked the rudimentary user interface and the lack of any real difficulty or depth to the core gameplay concept. For those that haven't heard of the game, Smart City Plan is a modern city building game implementing simplistic gameplay on the city building front, however with a large focus on policy management to create a successful city, implementing intricate policy controls for areas such as utilities, laws, and the environment, while allowing you to control and manage an expansive selection of public transport and industrial business options. I have not had the time to play the game myself, however, it does look pretty good, and it follows the same artistic style, at the very least, of many of the developers' previous games, which in my opinion isn't too bad. It's a kind of nice flat looking style, kind of like the old Android style choice, really. GolfTopia was released just as I stopped producing these, essentially, on the 21st of July, just a couple of days before. Anyway, the game released 2 very positive reviews as well here on Steam, with many complimenting the game's detailed and unique gameplay with its futuristic twist, while a few complaints arose surrounding the UI of the game. For those unaware, GolfTopia is a futuristic golf course building tycoon game where you'll be in charge of every aspect, from the structure to the grass to the lighting. You can build anything, any way you want. Once you have a functional establishment, you'll need to gather feedback so you can improve it. Thankfully, you can read through your visitors' thoughts, amazingly, which is a bit it's probably going to breach privacy. I mean, if Google could do that, you'd probably see a bit of lawsuits around. However, you can read the thoughts of your visitors, allowing you to easily and quickly find inefficiencies or lacking areas of your premises. You'll find as you grow your golfing establishment, the grass will fight with weeds. You'll have a fight with weeds. You'll need to keep your foliage and your grass in good condition to impress your visitors and create the optimal experience for your golfers. The game is currently available for £15.49 here on Steam in the UK. Over my time away, we saw the full release of Chef, the restaurant tycoon management game, after an 18-month period in early access. Jeez, oh. While the official 1.0 update did not really add much to the game, with only some minor fixes and optimizations being implemented, the game has still received, since release, localizations for Russian, Italian, French, Portuguese, and Polish. Chef, as you can expect, allows you to manage your own restaurant, seeing you build not only the kitchen and eating areas, but allows you to craft your own menus and manage staff, entering a never-ending cycle which sees you expand your offerings, increase quality, and optimize efficiency until you are the very best around. All in all, Chef offers the most complete restaurant tycoon experience around and can be found on Steam for £15.50 here in the UK. Overcrowd releases its 1.0 build, making the moment the game moved from early access into full release on Steam. This marked a big moment for the game after 5 years of continual development and 346 different builds released on Steam. This new build of the game added 45 new in-game achievements alongside a series of new fixes and tweaks to fine-tune and optimize the game. Some of the other features added were 48 new types of AI commuters, a new array of staff uniforms, a hot map to show where reputation is being lost, the most 2 new train liveries, and finally pigeons were added to the game, because you know it's a very important part of the London kind of aesthetic, really, isn't it? All in all, Overcrowd has become a very nice, fully featured game, one of the best in the area as of now. Overcrowd is available as well right now on Steam for £14.99. The hotly anticipated SimCasino was released into early access this month to very positive reviews on Steam. The game, which is developed by the same developers behind SimAirport, allows you to create and manage your very own casino franchise. In SimCasino, you'll have control over the construction of your casino. Build cheap, no-frills casinos or expensive and lavish casinos instead. You have the ability to choose from a wide selection of lavish or cheap decorations, coverings, paints, papers, and objects. But owning a casino is not just about placing some cool tables and chairs and painting the walls in some fancy, paints and papers. No, you'll have to make sure you keep criminals, thieves, and of course cheaters in check, ensuring the odds that you set not only prevent malpractice, but they also bring legitimate customers enjoyment for, them giving you their money, essentially. SimCasino, however, can be found for $19.49 on Steam in the UK, and as I said, it released to very positive reviews on Steam, which is a very good sign going forward. And that's it. That is essentially a roundup of all the Tycoon stuff from the year. If you wanna see next year's stuff, then you can see the Tycoon news every month or so on the channel, so you can stay around for that. Or, well, it's up to you. I've tried to include something for everyone in that. However, not everyone is happy. We will find out. But it's up to you which ones you decide to follow the links. They're all in the description for you to take a look at. So without any further ado, cheerio.